This is Chunk Volcano, my Extreme Onechunk Ironman, which means I need to complete every task in an area before moving on to the next. This includes every collection log item, every best in slot item, and completing the highest level skilling challenges in the chunks. I've already spent over 1,000 hours in these two chunks, and I've completed many tasks, including obtaining a fire cape and getting 99 agility, but the journey is far from over. You see, I still have these 5 tasks left. Oh, and the seemingly impossible inferno cape. And these tasks are that difficult that I've not completed one for over 5 weeks. And I'm going a little bit crazy, so I really need to make some progress. The easiest tasks to complete are the last 4 obsidian pieces, so I'm gonna focus my efforts on at least hitting the drop rate on both the TzHaar-Mej and the big Zarkets, and hopefully come out with some tasks complete after all this time. As the staff is the rarest, I want to kill the Mage first. Normally this is an issue, because whenever you hit a Mage, all higher level Zar in the area join the fight. And as they use all 3 combat styles, it's incredibly dangerous. But after a lot of testing, I found this lovely spot with only 1 cat. And if I run next to this door, it actually de-aggroes, meaning I can kill the Mej in peace. I'm starting at 500 kills, but the drop rate of the staff is 1 in 4,096, so I have a long way to go. What makes it worse is they also drop the obsidian cape at the same rate. And considering I've already got one from other Zars because it's much easier to get there, hitting that would be quite demotivating. What a good way to start. 78 strength. That is getting high now. I don't actually get another max hit until 81, and then I don't get another one until 86, so it's 5 strength levels per max hit, which is kind of nuts. But you might remember one of my tasks is trimming the agility cape, which requires a second 99. Because I don't really have many options for skills in these chunks, getting 99 strength is probably the way to go, considering that I need to kill a lot of things anyway, so every level puts me 1 step closer. And this is gonna be kill number 1,000, a quarter of the way to the drop rate. Come on. I think the worst feeling about these is that even doing them for thousands of kills, I basically get no loot at all. It all relies on hitting the staff. Sure, I get a few runes, but it's not many, and at least killing Kets, I can get armor pieces which I can alch for money or sell for extra tockle, so I really do hope that I don't go dry here. And I am out of food again, and considering the state of the Mage's drops, I don't even know if I've got enough gold. I'm broke. That's not good. Okay, I've still got a lot of drops from lesser demons that I don't use anymore, so I am just gonna alch all the myth and rune, and I'm not sure about the cape. 36k each. I think I need that, honestly. With all of the Mej kills that I need to do, I think I need to alch these because it's only worth 9,000 tockle each, so I think the gold's more valuable here. Yeah, let's do that. I really hope the obsidian cape gods do not come and bite me in the arse if I get the drop of this instead of the staff. I'm not gonna lie, buying all the food is so boring. I've spent about half the cash stack, so I can get about double this. But for now, I am just gonna use all of these lovely pieces of food. Should probably put my armor back on. And while I'm doing that, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Opera GX. First, let's use Opera's handy little sidebar to play some music for us. That's better. Opera GX is a browser designed by gamers for gamers, and the new GX has been upgraded to not only look better, but also be more customizable than ever before. With just a couple of clicks, you can customize your entire browsing experience, and even upload your own images for the background. They've also upgraded the taskbar icon with this new sleek look, and when you open a browser, an animated splash screen appears. Mods take this a step further, so if you want a nice, chill, lo-fi browsing experience, for example, I can find a lo-fi mod, install it, and the entire browser's modified just how I like it. Mods can change the theme, the wallpaper, and even sound effects, making the customization options the best of any browser. The new UI also makes the settings look much cleaner, offering a simple way to access all the important bits, including their built-in VPN. Finally, they've added the quick import tool. One of the main reasons people don't want to change browsers is losing all of your browsing history and bookmarks. Well, with Opera GX's quick import tool, this isn't an issue, as with just a few simple clicks, you can import all of these without problems. So if you want to enhance your browsing experience, add some personality to it, and use a browser that can enhance your computer's performance, go to the link in the description and use code Tellacon to download it completely for free. Well, back to the grind. Realistically, I should hit either a cape or a staff at around 2,000 kills. Let's just hope it's the right one. And there is level 80 strength. That's another level with literally nothing to show for it minus a few runes. No! That is not what I want to see. Oh, I just want to leave it on the floor. Oh, that's a 1 in 4,096 drop rate, just like the staff, so I've just lost a coin flip. Oh. As long as I hit a staff next, I can't complain. I'm happy. I mean, on the bright side, it's the first drop I've got in a while, and theoretically, I spooned it. I got it under half the drop rate, so it's a win. It's a win. I'm feeling positive about this. I'm sure the staff will come soon. I was gonna bank this cape, but yeah, let's not. And it's gone. And there is 81 strength. So many levels of just killing these mages, and it's really, really awesome to see. And that also gets me a max hit. So I can now hit 20s without praying, which is nuts. And that is kill number 2,000 for nothing. After hitting the obby cape and half the drop rate, I wanted a break from Mages, so I decided to try my luck at the Kets, which are much slower kills. Oh, also, I've been streaming on both Twitch and Kick. In fact, I'm probably live right now, so check the description for a link to your favorite platform and come hang out. I've also got some big news coming for this account, so make sure you subscribe not to miss it, and I really want to beat Frey, so subscribe anyway. Killing these is going to be a lot slower, but it is going to be a lot more chill, because I can choose to do it actively like this, or I can choose to just pray melee and then suicide and get all my stats back. So this should be really, really fun. And I'm already dry on obsidian. I am currently 800 kills of these in, so I'm 134 kills past the drop rate. So surely something comes soon. What is going on? I mean, it's not a cape, but I'm hitting drops. I'm actually hitting so many drops today, but none of them are the right drop. I don't mind seeing an obby mall though. That is so nostalgic. I love it. The cape streak has been broken, so all I've got to do now is just hit a different obsidian item. What is going on? Well, I called it. Shield. That is a maul, a cape, and a shielding one inventory. So now, after all of this waiting, surely the next thing is an obsidian armor piece, because this is getting absolutely ridiculous. Look at the amount of obsidian capes I've got. I just need to hit one of these. And now it's getting desperate at this point. I'd not completed a single chunk task in over 2 months. And these obsidian items are the easiest and fastest tasks, so I really needed to hit one soon. And then this happened. Oh, no way. That's where my luck's gone? Seriously? That's where my luck's gone? Are you kidding me? That is a green log of random events. That is so rare. What the hell? And this was not a task. The random event log isn't a requirement for the Extreme Onechunk game mode. But even so, this one drop revitalized my spirit and put me in such a good mood for the next couple of weeks. This might not be a task completion, but this is the push I needed to keep pursuing these items. I cannot believe this. Why do I go dry on everything? I'm almost at 1,000 cat kills, and I went dry on the Zeals. I get dry on all of these things, but I always spoon the weird stuff like this, and pets like the agility pet. I am so happy yet so sad at this, but that might reset my luck. I might be able to get the obby armor now. I've got a feeling that this stale baguette is going to be the thing that turns around my luck, and I'm feeling it. I think the next drop is going to be a piece of obby armor, and this is going to be kill number 1,000. Getting really into dry territory now, but my inventory looks insane. Like, if we're talking about just uniques, this is one of the best inventories I have ever had in this game. 3 obby items, all different, and the stale baguette, which is nuts. And there is another strength level and a combat level. The defense is looking a little bit odd now being at 65, honestly, so I think I'm going to get that to 70 real quick. So what's going to happen first? The obsidian drop or 70 defense? Because whichever one happens first, I think I'm going to move on because I'm getting a little bit sick of combat. Maybe if I finish it off with the baguette, I can get lucky and finish this inventory. 1 slot in the inventory, 3 obby armor pieces to get, and 1 baguette stands behind me in the drop. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And that is all the way up to level 68 defense and 92 combat without seeing any obsidian armor still. That is 1,200 kills. I'm approaching twice the drop rate. These are so rare. And there it is, level 70 defense. Now, I'm approaching 1,400 kills. I'm really close. And that means that I'm over double the drop rate, which means that we are incredibly dry like we always are on these TzHaars, which sucks. Anyways, time to go and do something new. As you can see in my inventory, I've got an axe. So I'm actually going to go and do some woodcutting, which is a little bit weird because it's not a chunk task. But if we take a look at my chunk map and look in every direction I can roll, they all have a fletching grind. So I need at least 73 fletching no matter which direction I roll. And I've only got 10 right now and 23 woodcutting. So I may as well go cut some logs, put them in the bank, get ready just for the future grind. The bad news is the only trees that exist in both of my chunks are these dead trees. The good news is there's an abundance of them. They are all over the place. So getting 28 logs per inventory shouldn't be too time consuming. And that's the first level and the first inventory, just a simple lap around the volcano. It almost works out perfectly. This feels so relaxing. Being away from combat and not running back and forth to the shop to get ore is genuinely so nice. It's a good change of pace. I think I need this mental break every now and then, and who knows, I could go back and get an obby item the first kill. And there's level 30. That looks nice. It's so nice to just like have some levels come in really quickly. The total level is flying. I've been doing this for just over an hour now. I get about 520, 530 logs an hour, which is really quite good. I can make regular logs into 4 items with fletching, but there's only really 2 options that I've got. The first is to use arrow shafts, which without feathers isn't really a good idea, and I've got no idea when I'll ever get access to feathers. But the other option is to just do longbow use for the best XP. Now, if I did arrow shafts, I'd need 198,579 logs, which is a lot. That's like 400 hours. But doing longbows, I only need 99,290. So a 200-hour grind to cut the logs honestly is not that bad. It's one of the more tame grinds that I've got. Oh, that's interesting. I completely forgot that I can get clue squirrel nests from these. And since the update, you actually get birds nests now, so I'm going to keep those. The problem is clue squirrels in my chunks do not exist, at least beginner clues. I might have a step in like an elite tier in the TzHaar area, but there's honestly not much clue activity in these areas at all, nor any NPCs that drop them, apart from thieves which drop easies, but there's no easy steps either. So for once, I think you guys are watching a chunk account that does not have access to clue juggling, so all those beginners are going to stay on the floor and rot. There's 650 total. I have not seen that message in so long, because all I'm doing is training stats in like the 8s and 7s. Some of you might think I'm being a little bit silly by banking the logs, because the run to the bank is technically a big waste of time. I could just fletch everything up here and drop it and it'd save time overall, but I like seeing number go up, and we're nearly at 4,000 logs. And there's the big 50. And there we go, a quick 4,000 logs, a lovely 8-hour day. It's actually getting a little bit ridiculous. I'm glad that I took the break, but I do need to hit one of these. How do I keep hitting these diamonds? Same drop rate as the obby armor pieces. It is nuts. Since the obsidian shield, which was my last drop, I have killed 667 cats. But what's kind of crazy is that not seeing any item in 667 kills is actually incredibly rare. It's only a 0.8% chance, because if you add all of the obsidian armor drops together, it's actually a 1 in 135 drop rate for anything. So going 667 dry and getting absolutely no obsidian pieces is so rare. I feel like I'm cursed with these things. In all my time here, I never noticed this scoreboard until I just accidentally moused over it. And it's an interesting scoreboard. It tracks all 6 challenges on TzHaar Ketrack's challenges, which, as you can see, 416,000 people have completed the first one. I've done it once and it took 17 minutes with the fastest time being 6 seconds, which is nuts. But we can see just how many times I've actually died. I have reset for Prague using the second challenge 929 times during this grind. That is nuts. I wonder how high this number is going to get by the end of this account, because I'm going to be here for a lot longer. How many of these am I going to get? Yes! Oh my god, yes! Finally! That is a chunk task completed. I know it's the same, but I'm going to put them on because they're the ones that I got myself. Oh my god, I knew that waiting would finally get me one. I am so happy. That is the first chunk task I have managed to complete all the way since 2 months ago when I got 99 agility. Oh my god. These can go back in the bank now. I am stoked. Oh, all that time. 106 hours to obtain these. And I've still got 2 more to get. Even though that took over 100 hours, it wasn't that bad because I can choose to AFK like this or prayer flick when I'm more active. So it's been kind of relaxing just being able to play how I want. But it feels so good to finally complete a chunk task. I think this might be the turning point of all of my luck. Officially over 1,000 deaths. Why do I keep getting these? I've had almost as many diamonds as total capes, shields, and mauls. This is getting ridiculous. I am the diamond king. And there is 84 strength right on the 2000th TzHaar. And we are officially unlucky. Not only did I get 70 defense from that, but I also got almost 1.5 million strength XP, which puts me almost a quarter of the way to the 99 goal so I can trim the agility cape. I've already spent a lot of time killing stuff this episode, but I'm feeling pretty good after hitting those obsidian legs. So I refuse to give up on the Mages until that staff drops. As soon as I've got it, I'll never have to kill a Mage again. I'm at 2,000 kill count at these, and I've got an obsidian cape, which is the same drop rate as the staff. So we've got about another 2,000 kills till we hit the rate here, and surely we can't go dry on every item in my chunk, right? I don't think we've spooned a single item yet, which is insane to say. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. There are 1 in 2,048 from here. It's the same rate as hitting a cape or a staff, and I've had 2 of them. I don't understand what it is with this account and diamonds, but is it I'm married game? You can't marry me. What the hell? It's that time of the week again. I'm starving. Much better. I've got a conga line of all the different colors. I'm losing my mind. And there's a lovely hit points level. 1 more and I've got 80. That is going to be so nice for those fight caves. And this is kill number 2,500. That took 9 hours to do those 500 kills. And can we be rewarded with it? We cannot. Of course. This is getting ridiculous. And there is 85. A quarter of the way to getting 99. I really do not know what to say at this point. Get in my bank, you useless cape. And even though I'm being trolled by drops, there is arguably the biggest level that I've had on this account, because not only does it increase my max hit by 1, it increases my max hit by 2 off prayer. The downside is I don't get another max hit until 91 strength, which is a long way away. And even if I get 99, my max hit is only a 24 in this gear, which is not great. And there's that lovely 22 max hit off prayer. Are you actually kidding me? What is going on? What is going on? I am cursed. I am so fucking cursed. I'm getting sick of banking these at this point. What is going on? Like, I'm spooning these, but that's the 3rd one today. Oh my god, I didn't have my recording up. Oh my god, the one I've just woke up. I have just woke up. Oh, this is like day 25 of killing these, and I have just woke up, forgot to put my replay on, and oh my god. Oh, I don't think you understand how much relief that is. 4 obby capes and 1 obby staff. All things considered, I got incredibly spooned. That is absolute bliss. I am so excited. That is one of the harder chunk tasks, and I have got it. I've still got to get these, and then the entire TzHaar log is obtained. It feels strange being so excited about this because I've already got one because I bought it from the shop, but having to get it in the collection log and actually getting it is such a good feeling. So even though this is not something new for me, it's just so nice having my own. The main downside with killing TzHaar is that you just don't get many secondary drops at all. So at least with the Mages, I did get a few death, nature, chaos. Like, it does add up bit by bit. And 16,000 fire runes now. And speaking of runes, Jagex have just made an insane news post. The summer sweep up. In this blog, it states that TzHaars are getting a water weakness. Now, I don't know if this will be the standard 50% or more or less, but regardless, it's going to be super helpful for not only the Kets, but also the fight caves and probably the Inferno. So I am incredibly hyped for summer to roll around or for us to get more information about this. I've actually said previously, why don't TzHaars have water weaknesses? And now it's finally happening. Now that I don't need to kill the Mage and the water weakness is theoretically going to make all my other combat grinds easier, I think it's time to finally focus on the skilling aspect of my chunk. So I guess it's time to finally get some smithing done and start properly theory crafting the Inferno to see if it's truly possible without ever leaving my chunks.